Hello and welcome back to ROADTRIpVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today's episode is day number 158 of the 365-day trivia road trip. This is a year full of daily random knowledge trivia quizzes. Each quiz has 21 questions, 20 up front, and then if you need it, a question 21 tiebreaker at the very end of these videos. Thank you for watching and good luck on today's quiz. Question number 1. This god was accompanied into battle by Jerry and Freki, since he gave them all his food. This god will attack Fenrir with his spear Gungnir at Ragnarok. Who is this god that kept Hugin and Munin, a pair of messenger ravens? I think I've given you every clue that you could possibly get for this god. It is Odin. Question number 2. Situated on the Blackwater River on the spot where Aegon the Conqueror landed in Westeros to begin his conquest, what is the name of the capital city of Westeros and the Seven Kingdoms in George R.R. Martin's Game of Thrones series? The capital city is King's Landing. Question number 3. In most depictions, this character is far less vicious and simply charms kids to sleep with magic dust. However, in an E.T.A. Hoffmann short story about what folk character does he steal the eyes of children who won't sleep and inspired the first act of the opera, The Tales of Hoffmann? I prefer the much gentler version of the Sandman. Question number 4. This author wrote the comic play The Ransom of Red Chief, in which a pair of kidnappers pay to return a child that they kidnapped. Who was this author that also wrote twist-ending stories like The Duplicity of Hargraves? Another one by him that had a twist at the end was The Gift of the Magi. It is O. Henry. Question number 5. George Orwell's short story collection, Burmese Days, includes a short story about shooting one of these animals. In a short story by Hemingway, hills near the Ebro River in Spain are compared to white ones of what kind of animals? It's the same kind of animal in both situations. What kind of animal is it? The animal we're looking for is the elephant. Question number 6. What is the title of this 1968 song by George Harrison that protests, "I don't know how someone controlled you, they bought and sold you," and declares, "I look at you all, see the love there that's sleeping"? Those are lyrics from the song While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Question number 7. Liam O'Flaherty's Insurrection takes place during this rebellion, in which a citizen army led by James Connolly sieged Dublin Castle. What was the name of this April 1916 uprising that was suppressed by British forces after roughly a week of fighting? This insurrection was known as the Easter Rising. Question number 8. In a Yasunari Kawabata book titled For These Birds, they appear on Yukiko's scarf, which is brought to a tea ceremony. A legend promising good luck for those who fold 1,000 of these birds inspired a novel by Eleanor Kaur. What are these birds, a symbol of youth in Asian countries? These birds are cranes. Question number 9. One of these vegetables is cut, breaded, and deep fried to the tune of 1,900 calories in an Outback Steakhouse appetizer. Rather than cakes or parfaits, what is the food that is the preferred metaphor for the hidden nature of ogres, according to Shrek? Cakes have layers, but also onions have layers. Onions is the correct answer. Question number 10. In The Merchant of Venice, before the noblewoman Portia has Shylock sentenced to be converted to Christianity, he is a member of what religion, and would therefore have been forced to live separately in a ghetto in his own hometown? He was a member of Judaism. So he was a Jew. Either Jew or Judaism, both work. Question 11. This molecule consists of nucleotides formed from thymine, adenine, guanine, and cytosine. James Watson and Francis Crick discovered the double helix structure of what biomolecule that codes genetic information within the genes? I would think that the double helix shape might give it away. The answer is DNA. Question number 12. Thomas Midgley used this element to boost octane rating and stop engine knocking. But in the 1970s, the United States banned the use of this element as a fuel additive. What is this toxic element found in old paint and pipes whose chemical symbol is Pb? The answer is lead. Question number 13. These concepts often arise from thought experiments, such as a time traveler killing his own ancestor. The phrase, "This phrase is false," is an example of these statements because it cannot seem to be true or false. What is this type of confusing statement or argument which logically contradicts itself? The answer is a paradox. Question 14. A satirical work of this type by Ambrose Bierce claims that the French eat more bread than anyone else because only they know how to make wheat palatable. Lexicographers create what type of books? I did not know that they made satirical dictionaries, but apparently there's at least one. Dictionary is the answer. Question number 15. In 1839, slaves aboard what ship overthrew the crew and ordered the ship sailed back to Africa? Instead, the crew sailed to New York, leading to an 1841 Supreme Court case in which the slaves were freed. What was the name of that ship? The answer is La Amistad. If you just said Amistad, that's fine. Question 16. This producer of The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt co-hosted the Emmys for 3 years with her former co-anchor, Amy Poehler. What is the name of this creator and star of 30 Rock and the author of Bossy Pants? Her name is Tina Fey. Question 17. The 1989 roundtable negotiations took place in this city and legalized the existence of the Solidarity Trade Union. What is the name of this European capital city which also names a defensive pact agreed to by Soviet allies? This specific pact was called the Warsaw Pact. The answer is Warsaw. Question 18. In Sikhism, a dastar protects this substance, which is called kesh and tended with a kanga, 2 of the 5 Ks. Payo are a variety of this substance in Orthodox Judaism, and Samson derived his strength from what substance? It's the same substance in all 3 situations. Samson famously derived his strength from his hair. Human hair is the answer. Question 19. In this event's aftermath, Theresa May replaced David Cameron as Prime Minister. Stock markets plunged after news broke of what June 2016 public referendum that decided to end a namesake country's participation in the European Union. It was Britain's vote to leave the EU. They call it Brexit. And question 20. At the beginning of this novel, the captain of the Demeter writes about the disappearance of the entire crew and seeing a large dog-like creature. In what 1897 novel does Jonathan Harker enlist the help of Abraham Van Helsing? The answer is Dracula. And that is it for today. Thank you for watching today's episode of Road TRIpVIA. Check back tomorrow on to day number 159. I guess now's as good a time as any to let everybody know. This weekend, I've got a little something special planned up. It's going to be very similar to the pit stop trivia. It's going to be quick questions, but instead of 21, there's going to be 40. And it's all the questions that we got asked. It's not all the questions. It's some of the questions that we got asked while we were playing trivia on the cruise ship. So I'm calling it the Boat TRIpVIA Weekend. It's going to be Saturday and Sunday, 40 questions apiece. They're still going to go super fast like a normal pit stop, but there's going to be 40, so the video is going to take a little bit longer. And it has all the pictures from the cruise through the Caribbean. So if you're a person that likes pictures, likes the pictures of these road trips and travels and adventures we go on, you're in for a treat because it's the first new one I've made since the beginning of the year. This weekend, Boat TRIpVIA, Saturday and Sunday, regular time. Hope you can make it. All right, now, question 21, the tiebreaker for today. Not including countries like Turkey, which occupies only a small part of the European Balkan Peninsula, and Cyprus, an island which is technically a part of Asia, but by the conventional definition, how many countries are there in Europe? I verified this answer with several sources. How many countries are technically European? Whichever player gets closest is going to win the point. The answer is 44. There are 44 European countries. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.